We were disappointed to see her go, but at the same time, it wasn't like I hate this job and I'm leaving or somebody else hired me away. She left to start her own business. I can't really argue with that.
Hi, this is Jeff Marsace, the Plain English Attorney, and I'm an author, certified Medicaid planner, and an attorney with more than 25 years of experience running my own firm. You're at the #1 place to learn about not only estate and Medicaid planning, but to get business, fitness, and general life success stories. I want to help estate planners and the general public get the tools and advice they need to stay safe, plan ahead, and enjoy life.
Hi, Jeff Marsace, the Plain English Attorney, and I am here with Felicia Watlington, and she is going to tell us a little bit about her business. But first, some of you may remember her. She used to be the Client Services Director over at the office. We were disappointed to see her go, but at the same time, it wasn't like I hate this job and I'm leaving or somebody else hired me away. She left to start her own business. I can't really argue with that. So, Felicia, why don't you tell us a little bit about your business and what you're doing?
Okay, well, thank you, Jeff. I'm so pleased to be here and to see you again. My business is personal training. I work primarily with women over the age of 40 or so who are, quote, looking to get their groove back. They may also, I may also work with their spouses or partners along with them, but frankly, I have clients that range from 17-year-old to over 60.
Okay.
And the 17-year-old is a male.
Okay.
he's a baseball player, so you can really appreciate that. He's a high school baseball player.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm loving it.
Okay, so what are the big things you need to make sure that you're looking at with your individual clients? What do you need to do?
Well, what I do initially is have a chat with them and understand what their goals and what their objectives are and their health history. That is so important, because my intention with each client is to develop a customized program for them that helps them meet their goals, that's consistent with where they are in their fitness journey. Okay. I'm a big measures buff, as you probably remember, so I'm always collecting numbers. I'm collecting data in terms of a baseline for strength and cardio fitness, and then looking at how we can make gains on that. So that's my approach with them. I focus a lot on strength, helping them build muscle, because that is so important, particularly as we age. Balance is a big part of it, and core stability. So those are some things that I really focus a lot of time on.
Well, what are some of the biggest things that clients come to you and say, here's what I want to do?
A biggie is lose weight, as you can imagine, gain muscle tone, you know, and as I said, I kind of jokingly said get their groove back, but people are saying, you know, I used to look like this at a certain time in my life, and I want to get back there.
To that.
Exactly. So that's a real biggie. Just feeling better about themselves, having more energy, which, you know, this, Jeff, that's what, you know, when you start an exercise program and you commit to it, you're going to get gains, and you're going to see yourself having more energy and more strength and more vitality. So it's exciting to see how people progress. So I love that, because I see results, you know, every day.
Right. And I imagine you do kind of nail them down to numbers, because I've heard, oh, I want to lose weight. Well, how much weight? No, I just want to lose weight. No, we need to have something to shoot for.
Exactly. I nail them down to numbers, but I also want them to understand, and a number of them do, that health and fitness is more about it's more than a number on a scale. You know, having more strength, having more vitality, having a stronger heart. So we look at, you know, things beyond just the weight, because, you know, another thing I want to do with them is to help them continue to be encouraged, because you know, it's not a slam dunk, just you start exercising, you're just going to lose weight. I mean, if you do it, maybe just a lot of water weight, you know, initially. So we want to look at it from the standpoint, this is a journey. This is your life, this is your body you're living in, and you want to make the best of it as you in every stage of your life.
Well, one of the things that I noticed is, for me, the goals that I had to look at changed because I ended up losing weight. And there came a point, and this for me was really the most exciting realization. I kept going on the scale and going on the scale, and at one point the weight was going up when the belt size was going down.
Okay.
And it's wait a minute, muscle is heavier than fat. I was gaining weight, but that actually was good, and that's when I had to readjust what my goals were.
Kind of rethink that whole thing, because again, you know, just from the standpoint of the press and just our mentality is all, you know, that's a tendency to fixate on that weight goal, but it, just as you saw, it's much more than that. I mean, if you're putting on muscle, you know, that's really important because your metabolism is going to be higher, your bones are going to be stronger, you're going to be stronger, you're going to be fitter. So, you know, we want to look at the big picture and not just the weight.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, so what are some other big things you might want to convey to the audience about fitness?
Well, you know, a lot of people just have problems just getting started. And my thing is to get started, you know, just take little steps. You know, if you're not currently doing anything, just walking. Just use what you have. Being mindful of the fact that just your everyday movements contribute to your fitness. So if you can do more of, you know, not just exercise per se, but, you know, just taking the steps instead of the elevator, you know, parking further away from the door when you go to the grocery store, what have you, you're increasing, you know, your energy expenditure. So that's an important thing to do. Just, you know, walking to the mailbox. So it just really depends on where you are. But I say start where you are, start small, and build on that.
Again, we're here with Felicia Watlington. Just a couple of interesting things that I'm seeing in my own gym. I end up going pretty early in the morning, and there tends to be a lot of the same people who are there. And because I've been with this particular gym for several months, I've seen some people come, they're there for a month, and then they go. But again, there are some more people who are there a long time, and I'm seeing some of their progress. And it's one of those things, doing what works for them. Guy gets on the treadmill, and then I'm seeing him walk like he's going from one machine to another with this look of purpose on his face, but he's not doing that. His cool down is kind of doing laps around the gym, and I'm like, okay, this is working for him. And it wouldn't surprise me if in a month or two he's stopping and using some of the machines. But for him, what's working, and I'm seeing the weight come off, is he's getting on the treadmill and he's going. He's
doing what works for him, and that's important. You know, sometimes we are so apt to look at other people and say, well, I should be doing what they're doing, and that's not necessarily the case. I mean, you can learn from other people, but the bottom line is just movement. Just start moving. Do what works for you. Do what you enjoy. If you know, don't enjoy being on the treadmill, don't get on the treadmill. There's lots of other equipment. If you don't enjoy being in the gym, don't go to the gym. If you know, there's just so many ways to quote Skin the Cat. No offense to Monty, of course.
Well, you know, people say, you're getting in shape. This is great, Jeff. Let's go for a hike, or let's go for this long walk outside. I'm like, no. The treadmill is inside the gym and it's air conditioned in there. Plus, it tells me how far I'm going and how much further I have to go. And so that works for me.
That's your thing. Exactly. Some people love being outside. I personally love to hike. Personally, I hate the treadmill.
I like the air conditioning.
But I like the rowing machine. So, you know, it's just, you know, like, clearly just find what works for you. Just find what you enjoy. If you want to work solo, if you like being in a group setting, I mean, there's so many different options, you know, that you can take advantage of.
Right. Now, this question just came to me. How do you keep your personal training clients from getting bored? Because I know for me, I like seeing my little progresses. It's like, okay, I'm able to do this amount of weight. It's not as tough as it was. Time to increase the weight, but I'm still doing the same things over and over in a rotation. I think if I were doing my workouts in the afternoon after my mind had fully engaged, I'd get bored a lot more quickly, but I'm kind of going first thing in the morning and I'm still kind of on autopilot and my mind's starting to think about what's going to happen during the day. But I can imagine someone might get bored.
Well, I do try to give them a, you know, variety to a degree. There is value in repeating the same thing over and over again, particularly if you're starting something new, because there's some learning that needs to go, that takes place, that'll help you be able to do more, to lift more. So there's some value in that. But at the same time, me personally and other people, they want some change. So I think about how can I change something up? Maybe have a interval training session. You know, maybe instead of ending a workout with the interval that I may have ended it with the interval and strength training at the beginning, I'll put it at the beginning. Quite frankly, Jeff, there's like 4 or 5 basic moves: push, pull, squat, lunge, and rotation. There's a lot of different things you can do with that.
There's a lot of equipment that repeats those different things for different areas.
So sometimes just try some different equipment, maybe body weight, maybe something I'm hopeful to become more adept with is the TRX, because I had some training on that from the trainer that's at the gym that I'm at, and I love it.
Okay.
You know, barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells. I mean, you know, the options are there. The variations on the thing are endless. But again, there's only 4 or 5 basic movements, and if you just kind of work around that, get some cardio in, the strength training, you know, there's you won't get bored.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are the best ways for people to get in touch with you if they want to learn more or do some personal training with you?
And thank you so much for asking. Well, because people will hopefully know my name, I'm just going to give you my domain name, FeliciaWatlington.com. That's very simple. That's very straightforward. I can give you all these different tags for Facebook and all this stuff. Just FeliciaWatlington.com. And if you were to do just a search on my name,
well, we'll drop it right into the video. Okay.
That would be lovely.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you again for being with us today, Felicia. Hope my audience got a lot out of that. And as always, stay safe, plan ahead, and enjoy life. And don't forget to make it a great day.
Thank you, Jeff.
We hope you found that information useful and easy to understand. To keep getting this great information, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. To get even more information more quickly, follow the links below to some of our free, no-obligation programs.